I'm going to go over searching for concepts in nursing literature for your concept study in GNRS 506 or GSPH 506. I'll start at the Health Sciences Virtual Library. You can go ahead and scan this QR code, or you can go to the link above, scroll down, and click on Graduate Nursing Course LibGuide. And then I'll go ahead and select GNRS 506. So on this guide, I have some resources to get started. An introduction to the library video, I would suggest taking a look at that. And then in the previous video, I went over looking for biblical and theological concept. Feel free to reach out to a theology librarian if you'd like to make an appointment, if you're having difficulty finding resources, but I have the steps listed here. Um, so when you're searching for in the databases, you do need to you obviously know about a topic, but you also need to know about Boolean operators and other search techniques. So Boolean operators and not, and looks for both words together in the article and it reduces number of results, or it looks for one word or the other and it also it will expand the number of results, and then not excludes a word. Okay, I do have a video on using not. We won't be using it today. Other search techniques include truncation, which broadens your search to include variant word endings. So NURS asterisks will bring up nurse, nurses, nursing. Phrase searching uses quotation marks to search for words in a phrase. So, like, for instance, spiritual care, spiritual might be at the top and care at the bottom, but not together anywhere. And so that's why you want to use the quotation marks so they're together somewhere. There's also wildcards and nesting. There's a nice tutorial here on effective search techniques using those Boolean operators and um, the search techniques. So now I'm going to go ahead and show you an example using compassion in the in CINAHL. Okay, so I'll follow these steps listed here. I'm going to go ahead and click on CINAHL and then access database. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put in compassion in this box, and I want to use that truncation. You can also add other terms that you might think of, synonyms or related words. I'm just going to stick with compassion by itself. And then in the second box, I want to go ahead and just copy these words. And I do want to include those asterisks in there, okay? And then or between, and I'll paste it here. And then as it says here in the third box, we'll use NURS asterisks. And then we'll go ahead and click on search. So we have about 27,000 articles. Now we're going to go ahead and filter our search. I describe what things to click on when you do filter your search here, but I'll click on all filters. I want to select English language, peer reviewed, and exclude book reviews. And then under publication date, I'm going to go ahead and select custom range. And I can go ahead and put in, maybe I want to do the last 10 years. So I'll do, and I want to do the whole year. So I'll do 01, 01, 2015 to 12, 31, 2025. So the difference between this search by clicking on past 10 years and this one will go to, It'll look for 9/26/2015 to 9/26/2025. It does not include the whole year. So it's recommended that you do use a custom range. Then under source types, I'm going to select academic journals. And that is it. We've already have language selected up here, so we're good to go. I'll click on apply. And so now we're down to 12,661. Now we're going to use field tags to limit our search some more. So I'll click on advanced search. And I want to look for compassion in the subject field or the title field. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing for nurse. Subject or title. Okay. I'm going to come back and I'll do the other one depending on the number of articles that we get. So it looks like we're down to 1,000 now. So I'll go ahead and click on advanced search. And then I'll do the same thing here, subject. And this is called field searching that we're doing. And then I'll click on search. So we have 394 articles. And this is where you would go through and see if it's relevant to your topic. Looking at this one right here, concept analysis of compassionate care among nurses, a hybrid model. This was written in May 2025. You can look at the abstract, the keyword or the subject headings. Okay. And if you get too many results, you can go ahead then and narrow it by the date range again. So I'll remove the other date range and I'll go ahead and maybe I want to do the last 5 years. And so that took off about 25 articles, so not many. Okay. So, if you're working with a particular population, you might want to include that in your search as well, just depending on what you're looking for. Maybe, like this one here was about, so one about babies. So if you're looking at, just in, say, about babies or neonates, you can go ahead and um, add that as another term. But that will depend on how many articles you get. Like some terms have very few articles, so it will just depend on that. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.